back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a big clash in the ECL Division 3 coming your way tonight. Faceless take on AventlyGG. And there's been a little bit of change of faces on the Faceless organisation as Kotler has been replaced by none other than Johan himself. Can Johan fill the role of Kotler's disappearance? We're going to find out. We are going to find out. So, a change of faces, as I've said, and will it be a change that brings the W's to the board for the Faceless organisation? Obviously, they have quite a number of games to play out for the remainder of the season, but I do believe they are on a winning record, so can they keep the winning record going? Can they get all of the games done before the end of the season? It's going to be a good place to watch the Faceless lot play. Over to the best of 5 match ball, and well, we begin things out on Scar Hardpoint. A very fundamental map where I do believe that the new face of Faceless, Johan, is going to come to the forefront. He's a very dominant figure on that map. I've seen a lot of scrims for this side, ladies and gents, and they have been doing very well. If they can transition what they've been doing in scrims into today's game, it could be a very, very difficult one for AventlyGG. Having said that, it will be my first time seeing the AventlyGG side play, so it'd be very good to get eyes on them, see what they're all about, see who does what, and see who the danger man on that squad is. Raid, search and destroy in game number 2, and they've unfortunately gotten rid of the mid jump over towards, well, it's literally the P5 area. You used to be able to wall bounce and sort of look straight across the midfield into the kitchen. You can no longer do that, so that sniper rifle peak is a bit null and void now. Then Overload in game number 3. Well, Overload has been a fantastic watch over the startup of Black Ops 7. It's absolute chaos, it's back and forth, it's both teams going at one another at full pace for the most part. Of course, you do get the occasional game where everyone's a little bit stalemated, but I don't think that'll be happening tonight. Colossus in game number 4 will be an absolute barn burner of a map for, again, a map where a lot of points can be racked up on the board very, very quickly. So if you do see a 60 or 70 point lead opening for one side, don't think it can't be answered fast, because it can, it will, and that could be a map that really goes down to the wire, in my opinion. And if we do go into the distance of map number 5, we'll be ending our night over on Den. Any score predictions? I mean, we've only got a couple of people here in the chat right now, presuming that most people are off watching the LAN. So, we are waiting for a lobby code to come on through. Whilst we are waiting, we'll stick the music back on and hang fire for the teams to be ready for us to join the lobby. I'll catch you all in just a moment's time. Don't go anywhere. Okay guys, we are back. We are just a couple of minutes away from the game beginning. Obviously our players for tonight's game are doing PC resets. Let me get the words out. PC resets and money cams and all that good stuff. So if you wish to see a particular person's POV, go and find their Twitch channel, give them a follow, show them some love. Our 8 players in the lobby tonight are all going to be a very high level. I'm expecting a high level performance from both sides. Like I said, I've had a good amount of insight into the Faceless group. I've seen them scrim, I've sat and watched their scrims, listened to their comms even while they're scrimming. And they've been doing the business. If they can transition that into tonight's best of 5, then we should see some special things. I'm expecting the new face of Faceless, Johan, to come out all guns blazing in map number 1. Let's see if he can do the business. We are just awaiting a lobby code still, but our players, I believe, have now done their resets and things like that, so we should be ready in a few moments' time to get this best of 5 series underway. And if you do have any score predictions, guys, in the chat, drop them in, why not? Who is here? Because obviously the mass amount of people watching any Call of Duty right now will obviously be spectating the LAN. Come on, show yourselves, come and say hello.
So let's reach up higher.
Right, we are just going to the game screen for a moment. There is something that I quickly need to add in, and once we've got it sorted, we'll be good to go. Let me just make sure I've got it here somewhere. Here we go. Here we go. Faceless. Put that there. Do that. Do this one. Do that. They'll be off the screen in just a moment. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of last minute things that I've forgot to do there, but we will be getting the series underway in just a moment's time. For the moment, we'll return so everyone can see what we are dealing with. Scar Hardpoint first to come up, and like I said, I do think from what I've seen in the Faceless scrims that this should be a good map for them. Evently, it will be my first time spectating them. Hopefully they bring some good stuff to the table. Game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is about to get underway. The ECL Division 3 Faceless taking on AventlyGG. Scar Hardpoint, come. So we'll allow our players to sort themselves onto whichever team they are playing from, and then we'll get the in-game overlay put up on the screen for yourselves. Any score predictions, drop them now. I know most people are off watching the LAN event, but hey-ho, here we are, still casting away. And it will be Faceless who take up the team in red, and we will begin life off with the new addition to the squad, Johan himself. How is he going to open up the game? Blaze on the other side of life, a lot of damage done. Back and forth going in. The nade opens us up with Atlas. Corner, he can't win that gunfight. Shawnee gets a big two-piece in the midfield. The opening 15 points have gone the way of AventlyGG. Johan's found his way through the back. He spots the next man on P1, and now he's got the read on the spawners as well. He does a little bit more damage, and him and his team will be able to now think about the P2 transition. The first man in will be Iguana. Somehow he gets the headshot. That's insane. Shawnee, ever reliable with his rotational efforts. He's here already. He's trying to lock down the upstairs rafters of the P2 area. Atlas lying in wait for catching anybody who on the shop, and he goes to in the feed, which will give his time the opening aggression on P2. The points all go in the way of Team Red right now. Can they hold on to it? Let's find out. Man on time is dealt with. Everybody dropping 2 for 2 in the feed, and here we go. Johan and Shawnee, oh sorry, Shawnee and Recurs, but Shawnee will kill Recurs. Johan will be the next man in. He's 5 and 2 already. He does a lot of damage, but can't quite get the kill. And I tell you what, AventlyGG have just started to open themselves up a nice little lead here. Senix going on through. He'll get 2 before Johan gets 2 of his own in response, but the remainder of time will go the way of the team sporting the colour of blue here in game number 1. Fantastic nade landed on the boxes there from Atlas. He gets a bit of more damage in as well. Everybody fighting over the mid-cut area. Johan knows there's one behind him, can't quite deal with it. Has the com come out for his side? Yes, it has. Shawnee turns and face. Catches one, gets a second as well. Does he know there's one on the time? Yes, he does. John Wick or Shawnee, take your pick. And this is a very good opportunity to Faceless to tie up that points tally and potentially transition a P3 straight into a P4 here. Atlas moving on up, gets caught out. Shawnee still playing his life valiantly on the time. Finally is taken down, and now it's, do you try and break one more time, or do you play for P4 and hope for a better hold? Because the final 30 going the way of AventlyGG here is absolutely fantastic stuff for them. Still waiting for the next Chell to come in, and he gets an easy one there. He might get a second here. Fantastic work from Recurs. There is a man in the upstairs hallway. It will be Ghost who gets one. He nearly gets the turn and burn onto Recurs, who's now on 4 in a row. He's fighting for the backline spawns. He gets the next as well. Beautiful life there from Recurs, who was doing everything he could. Johan will be the next man in. He gets one. He knows everybody's spawning in the back. Will anybody help him out from the front door? Can't quite get there in time. He manages to pick up Recurs as well. Ghost really doing the business here as Blaze moves on in and cleans up the hard point. And again, feels like that final 30 seconds or so will go the way of AventlyGG, who are having a fantastic round one of rotations here. Johan in through the top, can't quite get the job done. Atlas waiting in the P2 area, Recurs in the shop, he'll be picked off. Ghost now on 3 in a row. Gets a little bit of damage into Atlas in the back line, and his teammates help him out to pick up the kill as well. Shawnee will have to go big. He has got a little bit of help coming. Xenix is up top, he's picked off as well. Big double in the back line by Shawnee. Johan's lying in wait for anyone who's oncoming from the plane or mid-court area. He's just waiting for a bit of notification. Here he goes, time to engage. Gets one, can't get the second. Very good trade by Iguana. A Ghost will be there for 2 to get another break with 30 seconds again on the clock. It always feels like they're getting the break with 30 seconds or so to go, and Faceless down by a full hill or so now. Really in the thick of it. They need to turn this around in the mid-game, or they could see defeat here in game number 1. And right at the forefront of the kill feed is V Ghost. He's dropped on this occasion. Shawnee will get the next as well, but all that scrap time really, really damaging for the Faceless squadron. Yeah, Johan's a little bit too clever to let that one slide. He'll get the kill on the next as well. Fantastic work. He's got everybody on the respawn. Here he goes. Johan's about to lock in. Easy reads onto the next man. He's on 4 in a row. Is this where he really starts to prove his worth to the Faceless squad? Over to Xenix. Johan's got the plane locked down. This is a beautiful P1 hold from the side in red right now. We're going to go back to Johan's POV and see if he can get a couple more. Nobody's dealing with him. He's got that whole side of the map completely locked down, all to himself. Finally, somebody deals with him, but a lot of points scored back on P1 here. The final 10 will go to the Avently side, and now we'll look over towards P2 once again. Shawnee and Johan teaming up for 3 in the feed to try and give them the opening time again on the hard point, but it seems like the opening time of hard points gets broken relatively quickly. Xenix in around the back. Johan makes sure to get that trade. Johan gets another. He's surely going to get a third here. I can smell it coming. An absolute mile off, and he nearly gets the pistol to land as well. Johan now 23 and 14. But again, the break comes in for AventlyGG, who've got themselves in on the time. Big trades coming out of Ghost there. Very quick to snap onto that trade. Fantastic work. He's got the whole Faceless team lined up. He's got Johan next as well. How about that? Eat lead. 190 points on the board as we transition one more time over toward the P3 plane area, and already upon it will be AventlyGG this time around. And their P3 hold last time was absolutely fantastic. Can they do it again to really rub salt in the wounds of the Faceless side? There's a 3 in the feed. very good start and a break as well. And a 3 in the feed, responded right back by AventlyGG, who've just breached the 200-point barrier. Johan goes in, can't quite get the job done. And defending on that plane heady is going to be very, very difficult to stop. Atlas will be the next man to give it his best, but Aquana, 5 in a row, holding down the point. Blaze has got the midfield locked in and locked down. Johan will get the trade on that one. Ghost now, 31 kills for this lobby. He really is flying. He's having a fantastic time. He's got a bit of a read onto Johan here, but can't get the job done. Aquana will be ready for that trade, and will this be Recursion Atlas to get in on the time? Blaze is good for 2. He then gets traded. Ghost is the next man in. And it seems again 30-point mark. It's always when Avently get themselves in on the hill. They only need 10 to win this game number 1. It's been a fantastic showing from them. They just need to close it out, play safe. They can even just go and play next if they really do wish to. That is what they're going to do. Look at the blue arrows on the minimap, all flooding their way over to P5. They've got a trophy system to work with as well, which will stop any incoming throwables from the Faceless side. Senix has got a throwable to deal with, or 2 right now. He gets picked off. Johan will get 1, but, well, that'll be that. Game number 1 goes the way of AventlyGG, who were fantastic in that game. It just felt like whenever Faceless did win the rotations, but the break came in and then the hold was incredibly good. I mean, Blaze has gone positive with over 2 minutes of hill time, 3,500 damage. Ghost is 32 and 23, 3,700 damage. Johan's the damage leader of the lobby with 4k, but it means nothing when you lose by over 100 points. Back to the match we go to confirm AventlyGG's very, very good win in game number 1. It was a very strong display. And yeah, a fantastic all-round performance from the team of 4. They were very quick to trade out kills. And like I said, every time they weren't first to the hill, they broke it, and then they held on to it thereafter, absolutely racking up the points at the top of the board. And we will go to raid, search and destroy for game number 2. Will it be rinse and repeat for AventlyGG, or will it be response from Faceless? We'll find out in just a moment's time. Well, would you look at that? Follower number 860 comes on through. Welcome to the Guava channel. Working our way towards the 1,000 follower mark, and we've got some special thoughts in the works for when we get there. Back to the works at hand, and it's Faceless who need to put a shift in. They're going to need to pick up the pace in game number 2. Again, I will alert to how quick to the trade AventlyGG were in that game. Very, very responsive to one another's comms, or that's how it seemed from the Codcaster angle, especially Ghost. Every single time you went on his POV, he was ready to get a trade. He was ready to fry out as well. I mean, 32 kills he did manage to pick up Blaze was locking down the time like an absolute god. And their two teammates, Aquana and Perk, well, Senix, I should say, sorry, Perk's his gamer tag, do apologise. But yeah, Senix, both reliably doing their jobs as well, which ultimately gave them a very comfortable win in game number 1, let's not beat around the bush. 250 to, what was it, about 120? So yeah, 130 point win, there or thereabouts anyway. So be hoping to see a turnaround in game number 2 for the Faceless side. Sniper rifles. I'm loving Search and Destroy at the minute. Just for the sniper rifles. I'll say it every single time I cast. I cannot wait to see someone do something crazy with the sniper rifle. If you haven't seen the most viewed clip, click it at the top of the stream. Fuse going big for 3 in a Search and Destroy just the other day. And if you want to watch the full match, head over to the YouTube channel and have a look-see. The video's aren't edited, it is basically the full stream uploaded, so you might have to fast forward in bits here and there, but please do go and take a look at the games, they're fantastic. Here we go with game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be Faceless sporting the colour of blue in this one. Johan immediately picks up the bomb, it'll be a 3-man stack. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. Blaze will open us up. 3-man stack towards that A site, and Recurs will respond with one of his own. So Blaze taken out after getting the opening kill, and the 3v3 scenario, very split 3 for the Faceless side right now. We were trying to pick up potentially another kill before going to get the bomb down at one of the 2 sites. Johan's just locked in. Did he see the man on the right? Not quite. Only took 1 bullet though. I'll tell you what, this could be Recurs being told to move on in. How's the timing going to be for him? Decides to back down and play his life. Probably the best option, as backup was arriving in the name of Senix from the wide angle towards A. And Senix is still there. Recurs is still thinking about lurking around in the back line. Has he got the timing? It seems like he might have here. Recurs might be about to go big for the Faceless side in round number 1. He gets one. Senix dropped. Next, Shawnee picks it up, and the last man standing will be Ghost, whose location has already been sorted out. And well, round number 1 goes the way of Faceless, with some fantastic work from Recurs in the kitchen area. He was very, very patient to push out of that kitchen. I thought it was being watched predominantly, but the second it was given up, Recurs snuck out, got the kill from behind, and that really opened up the round. So, we'll start on board. I'll tell you what, we'll go and see what Senix is doing for this round. Let's see where he decides to get up to. He's going to be heading towards the top bedroom. There's no one on Faceless there. Ghost picks up kill number 1. The push to B should be very, very swift here. Bullets being fired out by Shawnee, but nothing really landing. The bomb down immediately after that first blood, and this is a fantastic push towards the B bomb site by the team in red. Everybody got it locked down. Aquana has it covered. Mid-stairs, easy as you like. The next man down, and this might be one of the cleanest rounds you'll see from anybody in this league. Absolutely perfect in round number 2. Fantastic response to losing round 1. All offense so far, but the offense of that move to B was very, very well played. Ghost gets the opening and the closing kill of the round, and nobody on AventlyGG's side is dropped. Doesn't get better than that. Oh, Ghost got 3 in the round, I do apologise. I thought it was 2, but he gets the first, one of the middle 2, and the last as well. A fantastic round from the man to tie up the game, and now Faceless' job to try and respond. I tell you what, the headshots hitting there from Ghost is absolutely ludicrous. Unbelievable. Recurs trying to break on into the kitchen, but Aquana's ready and waiting. He gets the next as well, absolutely slams Atlas. Beautiful move from the corner there, and he gets the next as well. He might be on for an ace here. Johan, the last man standing, can't get anything for it. And just like that, 2 perfect rounds in a row. A 3-piece from Ghost in the first round, and 1 from Aquana. And then a 3-piece from Aquana, and 1 from Ghost in the next round. Absolutely unbelievable stuff we're witnessing here. I did say before the game that Faceless were putting in ungodly amounts of work, but AventlyGG have obviously been doing the same as well. 8 unanswered kills and 2 perfect rounds right now. Will it be rinse and repeat once again? Over to A this time for the Avently side. There'll be a lot of bullets firing from the midfield. Atlas will open us up with first blood onto Ghost. A much needed first blood for the Faceless side as well. Zenit's next man in. Can't quite get any damage to land. Shawnee will let some lead fly as well. Kerr's in, but can't quite get anything for it. Looks like we may go towards the B-bomb site. A rewrap attempt here. Johan will be lying in wait. He gets some good timing, but Blaze absolutely slams him. Phenomenal work out of Blaze, and then the rewrap back towards the A site now is on. I believe we may have lagged out or the game's crashed. I do apologise. We'll see what's going on in just a moment. I think I'm going to get a game crashed, so I'll head us over to the B-right back. I'll be back in just a moment. I do apologise. Obviously, these things do happen, and we'll catch up with the teams in just a moment. So guys, yeah, it was a couple of people lagged out of the lobby. It wasn't just myself. So we are going to get the game set up and running once again in a few moments' time. The scoreline will indeed be 3-1 to AventlyGG in game number 2. I do apologise, Barry, in the chat. The MC command is incorrect. Those two teams are not playing right now. If we go back to the map set, that Avently won game number 1. They won it in convincing fashion as well, if I do say so myself. I think it was about 130 points. 250 to 120 was around the final scoreline. They're currently winning 3 rounds to 1 in game number 2 and looking very, very good to go on toward a victory here. Faceless have looked faceless. Johan was very good in game number 1, but, you know, 4,000 damage. He's got the most kills on the team, but unfortunately, it's all for nothing. They started off pretty well in game number 2, but it's been answered by the opening round, for Faceless has been answered by 3 rounds of Evently, so now it's Faceless once again fighting from the losing position. Can they bring it back in game number 2? There's plenty of time to go. There's lots of rounds, but if Evently get another round or 2, does it start to feel like a tall order? I don't know. We're just setting up the lobby for game number 2 to restart. I'll be back in just a minute. Game number 2 is restarting now, ladies and gentlemen. 3-1 is the current scoreline, so please do bear that in mind when you check of the screen. And I believe we've had another player lag out, so we may be waiting for another restart. Should just be a momentary one, though. Any predictions out of the guys and gals in the chat? Do we think that Faceless can respond? They're currently 2 rounds down in game number 2, and it was a very, very dominant game number 1 for Evently as well, so they're really in the driving seat to go ahead and get the victory in this game. Will there be that response? Who thinks that Faceless can get the job done? They've definitely got the gunny in the back pocket. Can they find it in game number 2 when it really, really matters? Let's find out. Again, just waiting for this lobby to reset, and then we can get everything underway. Yeah, unfortunately we have a massive issues on the private games of Black Ops 7 right now. Teams spawning in on the wrong side, having to change, people not then being able to change in the game. Informs here. Welcome, sir. How are you? Been a while. And yeah, Johan is in the trenches right now. can he help his team claw their way out? So everybody's back in the lobby and we can get things back underway. Game number 2. Scoreline is currently 3 rounds to 1 for AventlyGG. Again, allow the players to sort themselves onto the correct teams. Faceless will be in blue now, guys. And they are on offense in this next round. 3-1 is the scoreline. Can they get one back in the bag to get it back within touch and distance? And the answer from Aquana to that question is absolutely not. First blood is mine. Atlas trying to move on up to get a response to said first blood, but he's sort of trapped underneath the window of the laundry area now. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button there. There we go. Fix that one quickly. Atlas then moves on in and strikes and gets his first blood on the board. He might be good for 2 more here as well. Got the timing on the next. Made sure to take him down with him. 2v1 scenario for Johan, who misses the first sniper shot. Tries to hit one through the wall and, well, doesn't quite connect. Bomb location isn't known. And Johan has managed to find his hands an M15. 20 seconds to play with. No bomb pickup as of yet. Johan looking everywhere, but there is nobody to be found. He's going to have to attempt to try and get the bomb down with only 10 seconds to go. The re-wrap towards the A-bomb site is going to really put him away here. Can't quite get it. Aquana dancing, ducking and diving between the pillars area, and he absolutely decimates Johan to really pile on the pressure. 4-1. Unbelievable work. Aquana again, 3 in the round. My God, he's really making a difference in this search and destroy. For anyone who wasn't here prior to the reset, Aquana and Ghost were getting 3 pieces in back-to-back rounds. I mean, they picked up 2 perfect rounds between the pair of them. Round by round, they have put away the Faceless side, and again they get first blood. Johan should respond here, and he gets a bit of damage into Ghost. Bomb goes down. Waiting for Shawnee to arrive as backup. Plays Aquana, the whole red lineup, all there ready and waiting. Johan will be eked out by a nade, and Shawnee will be picked off as well, and it's all crumbling down. Atlas goes good for 2, but there's just too many AventlyGG members to contend with. And, well, that'll be 5-1. This is exactly the scenario I said that Faceless didn't want to find themselves in. And exactly the scenario AventlyGG did want to be in. Dozer's here as well. Welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. I'll tell you what, Aquana, I'm going to go and see what he gets up to this time. It looks like he has a look at those shots onto Johan's head as well. That's absurd. Unbelievable work from Aquana in search and destroy from beginning to end. And round the back already goes Ghost. He's got eyes on Shawnee. Recurs will pick up first blood. Johan fires a few shots, gives his position away. He'll then get dropped. Recurs gets another for the round. He might be good for 3 here. Can't quite get the job done. Senix will pick him off, and we're down to a 2v2. Bomb on board with Shawnee, but this timing could be all over the place for him. Indeed it is. And that'll be the game. 6-1. And that's just as dominant as game number 1. Unbelievable from AventlyGG here in today's series so far. They've still got to close it out, but they're looking good. They're looking good. Oh, another... Oh, never mind. Yeah, that will be the game, of course. Get carried away with myself wanting to see a little bit more Search and Destroy. But yeah, Aquana goes unfelled upon the restart. Really, really dominant, that man, in that game. Ghost was fantastic as well, but Aquana definitely at the forefront of the runnings in game number 2. Can they close it out in game number 3? Once the game stops resetting everyone and lagging people out and blah, blah, blah. But it does look like dire straits right now for Faceless. They've really not been at the races. I was hoping they would be. I gave them mass of credits before the series started. Like I said, I've been watching them in scrims. They've been steamrolling their opponents. They've been looking very, very frightening on the map and very, very coordinated. But today they have been completely shut down by AventlyGG so far. And with how dominant it's looked in games 1 and 2, do I see a comeback? Probably not. But Faceless, I know how good this side are. Atlas, Johan, Rakers, Shawnee, they are absolute demons on the map. And if anyone can pull themselves out of a bit of a tight spot, it is them. But yeah, you do just have to give AventlyGG's all their props. They've been fantastic so far. Can they keep it up? The good work hasn't gone unnoticed. We are getting the lobby for game number 3 just starting up. Get myself in there and see if AventlyGG can carry on the good work that they've began with in this series. Like I said, if there is a team that can pull something special on the bag, it is Faceless, but it is dire, dire straits. They've lost the first 2 games by, let's be frank, enormous margins. 130 points or so in game number 1, a 6-1 defeat in game number 2. It really is rally, do or die for Faceless here. It all starts with a Den Overload in game number 3. Yeah, I'm not bad informed. Sorry, I did see your message. Obviously, the game had started and there was quite a few blips and things like that during that second game that I had to try and keep up with, remember the scoreline and all that. But yeah, I'm very, very good. Obviously, getting a look at the new Faceless lineup. And while Johan is the new player, I have got to say that in game number 2, he wasn't quite... I mean, none of the Faceless team in game number 2 turned up, really. They had one good round. It was the very first round, and then 6 rounds on the bounce for Evently to shut them down. But in game number 1, he definitely looked like he was doing his bit on the map. He had the most damage on the team. He was controlling parts of the game, but we know that he's got better than that in him. Will we see Johan really come to the forefront in game number 3? Can he potentially be the player that drags his team out of this? So we've also looked at Atlas as well. Every time we've had Faceless on, Atlas has been a standout performer. Yet to see him really get going here today. Like I said, it all starts with this game number 3, the Den Overload. If you could get this one in the bag and move over to Colossus, then Colossus is anybody's map at any given moment. You really can't write anybody off on Colossus. It's the skyline from Black Ops 6, you know, it's the bang out map. It's really, really small. The SMGs are frivolent upon it, and who knows, we might actually see the introduction of the Razor SMG I haven't seen anybody use it yet. We've been spectating the LAN. 1 second, guys. The cat has decided to traverse in through the window and is demanding to be let out of the door. So, here we go. Job done. And everybody is now back in the lobby as well. That's exactly what we want to see. So, yeah. Then Overload. Again, Overload, I've loved spectating Overload. I'll be honest, I've not really enjoyed playing it too much. Maybe I'm just not very good at the game, you know, that's also a question as well. But watching it is really, really fun. Both teams back and forth and with one another, trying to score points on the board. It's a lot of relevance to football with like 2 goals, if you will. And yeah, it's a really fun watch. And let's see if anybody can really turn the tide in this team's favour in this one. Like I said, it's Faceless who are really looking for a turn of events more than Evently. Evently, it's more of the same, rinse and repeat, get the job done, and close it out in 3 if you can. They definitely don't want to see Game 4. If Faceless can get this win on the board in Game 3, I do think that the reverse sweep will definitely be on the board, but it all starts with a good performance in this one. They've been nowhere near good enough in games 1 and 2, so if they can turn it around in game 3, who knows where they can progress on toward from there. What do we think, guys? Do we think it's closed out by Evently here? They definitely look the favourites to do so, I've got to be honest. Like I said, everybody is in the lobby, so yeah, here we go. Match number 3. About to begin, Den Overload. Can Faceless turn around what has been a very, very dominant display from AventlyGG? They've been absolutely fantastic so far. Can they close it out? Let's find out. On board with Blaze to start out game number 3, and like I said, it'll be pretty much rinse and repeat for the AventlyGG side. The opening kill will come in from Johan. The next is theirs as well. 3 in the feed immediately for the side in blue. Can they now transition toward this B site? They're going to have to get another full wave of kills before they get there. Through the midfield goes Recurs. He might have to get a couple more here before... Oh, there's another one. Can you get the next? No, you can't. Blaze puts him away. He's on 3 in a row. Makes it 4 with some incredible headshots out onto Atlas across the midfield area. Bomb carrier will be Johan. Oh, woohoo! Johan Wick. Welcome. Can't get the next. He is traded out by Senix, who slips on through the rooftop area, and I tell you what, if he gets a kill or 2 here, he might be good to... Instead, he picks up the bomb. I do believe that this might be the end of this. Johan's found himself a nasty little corner to play in, and that'll be bomb dropped and picked up and then dropped again, as Aquana goes 3 for his life. Look at the pre-fire. I love that. I love this from Aquana. Can he get more work done? Recurs slides in. He's now on 3 in a row. He's trying to find out where Senix has gone in the back line. A lot of damage done. Atlas helps him out to finish off the job, and Johan will be progressed up through the P1 area for an absolute freebie upon the respawn. He's got both guns to work with. Can they push this bomb straight through the midfield? Johan has his back, and all the way through goes Shawnee. 1-0. Oh, I thought he was going to get the kill there as well. It doesn't really matter. The point on the board is what matters most. Atlas goes on through next as well, and he gets 2 before he's dropped. 3 in the feed once again. Now it'll be Recurse's turn to traverse up through the midfield and try and put pressure on the respawning members of AventlyGG. He'll get 1 but be traded out by Blaze. And Ghost for all his fantastic efforts in games 1 and 2. Started out 1 and 6 here. We'll get a couple here. Surely he gets the second. He can't quite get the job done because Recurse is ready and waiting for him. Johan picked up as well. And now it'll be AventlyGG's turn to try and apply some more pressure towards this P2 area. There's a good 2 in the feed. Will anybody be there in the back line? Shawnee is ready and waiting. A little bit of damage dealt. Nades are in. Everything being thrown all towards Xenix's direction. He slides on out. He gets dealt with. And the 4 men of Faceless can try and regroup once again. Johan takes a lot of damage. Shawnee's dead as well. Johan dropped 2. But 3 in the feed for Faceless. And they should be able to just allow this bomb to be reset. Oh, they're going to opt to pick it up. This is a big move coming from Recurse. And he might get a full run. Look at the minimap, ladies and gents. Can it be picked up by Aquana in the midfield? Yes, it can. The next kill comes on through. It will be Johan who picks it up. He's trying to wait for some reinforcements to come and help him out. Beautiful read. Can he get the next? Yes, he can. Have a bit of that. Might have to be good for 1 more here, Johan. Somehow he's managed to sneak his way through. He is then sniffed out by Aquana. Look at that, the 2 in the feed, straight down the right-hand side of the map, as easy as you like. 1-1. Point on the board for Avently as they tie up the game, but Johan might be able to respond with 1 of his own here. He may also be able to slip into this dojo area and pick up a couple more kills here. He can't get the job done. Blaze playing the little stared-off area very, very well there. Oh, that's a big moment, though. Nobody's anywhere near the bomb. Aquana has it locked in and locked down right now. Will Shawnee pick him up? No, he won't. Trade comes on through, and it will be Recurse who's in the back line. He's managed to get on a 5-kill streak somehow. He's 16 and 7. And the 2 kills are picked up by Ghost just before the point gets over the line. Save on the goal line for the AventlyGG side. It feels like Faceless should be in the lead here, but last minute heroics coming out of Ghost there. Oh, go on, Shawnee. 3 for the good. Picks up the bomb. He's going to have to wait for his teammates to arrive. Another wave of kills may see you in the lead at the half-time whistle. Big kill in the midfield there for Ghost as well. He's going to push on through the couches area, but he gets absolutely nothing. Recurse gets his 18th kill of the half. And he knows not to play that one as well. Everybody running. And the bomb carrier has been felled, and we'll go into the half-time at 1-1. Couldn't be any closer. Shots in the best play by Aquana there, who really has been a fantastic player for the Avently side today. Aquana, Blaze, Ghost, Xenix, all performing their best. Atlas definitely not at his usual best. Normally see MVP performances out there left, right and centre. He has opened us up with kill number 1 here. He's spotted out his next victim. He will get that one as well. Fantastic work to open up the P3 side of the map. You see him already thinking about working his way into the back spawns. Ghost is chasing him down though, and he will pick him off as well. Over to the midfield we go, and Johan still locking down that top window area. He gets a little bit of damage out. Everybody else in the dojo awaiting the arrival of the bomb carrier. Bomb carrier dealt with. Recurs gets 2. He's now on 20 and 10. Atlas, you saw the bomb cheek sticking out. Absolutely flattens him. Can he get a couple more here? I'll tell you what, if he does, he'll really pile the pressure on. He picks up one. Pre-fire's coming out. Johan gets one with a nade, and Faceless take the lead. 2-1. Johan gets the bomb over the line. Now it's revert to defense for the side in blue. Big moment. Will it be an immediate response? And Johan go huge here. Can't quite get the job done. The bomb carrier should be able to slide on through. And we're at 2-2 already. It might be... We're just going to keep going back and forth with goals for a few moments here. This could get very chaotic, ladies and gents. Atlas doesn't react to anything. Recurs will get one with the pistol. Johan teams up with him. Recurs could have just ran on through there. He'll get himself another one, but kills don't matter. Points do. He definitely had a chance. I just don't think he knew. He probably thought there was another man ready and waiting at the B area. I don't blame him. The speed of the respawns on this game, you always think there's somebody else lying in wait. Johnny will get on to 4 in a row. He won't make it 5. Senix will trade him out. The final stretch is on, and Faceless need themselves a point on the board, and they have no dojo control at all right now. It will be Atlas who's there on his own. He'll get the job done, though. Faceless now needs to try and move again up the bottom side of that minimap. Atlas, good for a kill. This is a chance for a point here. Can Recurs run on through? It's absolutely free. 1 kill was all that was needed, and they take the lead 3-2, and that's the freest goal so far. Well, actually, maybe it's not. Maybe the freest one was the second goal of AventlyGG, but only 1 kill needed to traverse around that bottom side of the minimap. Everybody knows that the favoured pressured part of this offensive line is the B bombs, the B bomb site, whatever you want to call it. The B goal, if you will. Everybody dying for the Faceless side, and the bomb has reset to the midfield. Johan will clean it up with 2 in the feed. He's 23 and 20. He's got a Hellstorm missile to play with as well. How has he managed to get that? I'll never know. Will it make a difference here as we push onwards? The locations of Avently have all been given by Johan to his teammates, but Avently still managed to get most of the kills in the feed. One minute to go here. Oh, Johan doesn't really know where he's looking. Nakwana will clean things up, and he might sneak this straight on through here. There is Johan already lying in wait. Goes on upstairs. Johan has him figured out, knows exactly where he's gone. Might be able to pick up the bomb and potentially traverse over. Atlas is in the back spawn of Avently, but he's dealt with. Over to the rooftops we go! Recurs gets himself another one, 28 and 20. He's having a fantastic game here. Johan has the bomb in hand, won't be able to use any of the weapons. And that might be the chance that Avently need to tie up the game here. They're going to run on through. Will the shots come in through the back line from Recurs? Yes, they will. Trade comes out. Johan's there at the rescue, and he needs to be good for another one. Thankfully, Shawnee's there, and, well, they might have just secured the game here. There's 10 seconds for Avently to flurry on through the rooftops area now, and they're going to be picked off left and right. Surely to God, last man standing will be a Aquana, and he's picked off as well. And, well, that's exactly the start of a reverse sweep that you need if you're the Faceless organisation. A 3-2 very, very closely contended game in game number 3. But Faceless come out on top, and we are going to see Colossus game number 4. Again, Aquana with the best play. very solid games. Johan, Atlas, Recurs all doing very, very good in that one for the Faceless side. It was a little bit hairy, let's be honest, but they've got the job done. They've kept the series alive. Now they're going back to Hardpoint, which is, I think, everybody's favourite game mode. I mean, some people love Search and Destroy, but Hardpoint is, by the masses, the favoured, and if Faceless can have a good Hardpoint game here in game number 4, who knows what could happen in game 5. The last thing Evently won is game 5, of course. What do we think? What do we think? And I mean, like I said, Evently were incredible in games 1 and 2. Very, very dominant. The game 3 was scrappy, but has been won by Faceless. And has that given them just enough of a momentum boost to push on into game number 4 and perhaps take us all the way? Oh, back to the map we go. The victory for Faceless. Sorry, I did think I had already pressed the button for that. Maybe I missed, but there we are. Faceless trying to turn around two very, very poor performances in the openers, and if they can go away with a victory here, that's going to be one of the biggest reverse sweep turnarounds I've ever witnessed. Like I said, 130 points in game 1, 6-1 in game 2. It looked like it was all but over, but the fight back has started. Can it progress further? We'll find out in just a moment. Game number 4 has arrived. Colossus Hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen, and again, Faceless will be sporting the colour of blue. Can they really make a dream a reality? Vigos will open us up. Shawnee, Johan, Atlas all go 1 for 1 in the feed, and the last man standing will be on the time. Dealt with, 4 clean. Wow. Has there been a momentum shift? 2 and a 3 response from the Evently side. Johan will be playing his life. He's 3-0 right now. He gets a bit of damage into the next man with the pistol out as well. Kerr's putting some pressure on in the P1 area. Ghost will be making a bit of a nuisance of himself as Aquana comes in, gets the kill. Johan's good for another 2. He might get a 3rd here. Does pick it up as well. He lets nobody get away. And again, the 6-1 start from this man. He's fired up now. Shawnee on the next. The rotations coming for Faceless. They're looking good. The next man dealt with as well. Atlas good for 2 in the feed, but the last man stood up on the hard point. Already the door is being knocked upon by AventlyGG. Spawn's still favouring the side in blue right here, but I tell you what, GG are doing a major job at keeping it mixy. It's incredible work from the side in red right here. They're still up on the hard point. They've got everybody trapped in the back line. Johan's the next one in. Sorry, it's Atlas, and he'll be dealt with as well. Johan's opted to go towards the P3 area. Rotation is necessary. The final 10 of Scrap will go the way of Avently, but Johan 10 and 4 already. He's absolutely frying to start off this map. P3 lockdown and the rotations on point. Johan gets another one with the grenade. Coming through the tunnel area, Aquana hits a lot of good shots long range. Johan's here to help up. He's now on 5 in a row, and Atlas gets 2 in the back spawns to clean up that wave of kills. Everybody from the front now for the Avently side, and Johan will make sure to get a 6 before he's dropped. The 2 men on the hard point have been dealt with, and 3 in the feed for the side in red will clear the hard point once again with 30 seconds of time remaining. In through P1 goes Ghost. Can he sneak on through? No, he can't. He's figured out. Recurs goes big for 3 as well. And that'll be P4 in full control of the Faceless side. Can't get anything in P1 there. Atlas pushes up a little bit too far as well. We're down to a 2v2 momentarily. Make it a 3v1. The spawns have flipped, and with 40 seconds this time, it's already in onto the hard point. Fantastic work from AventlyGG to win over the spawns so emphatically there. Now comes the onrush of blue, and they're all dealt with. Full clean in the feed for Avently. And now they can really soak up the remainder of this hill time on P4 and really stretch out that slight lead that they had. It'll be around the 40 to 50 point margin as we head back toward the P1 area, and it feels like, again, Faceless have good rotations, but they can't keep hold of it. The break's coming on in. Johan's 16 and 8 as we head back to P1. We can't do anything. The amount of throwables, I don't see any trophy systems being utilised by the Faceless side right now. Oh, that's a big loss there from Shawnee. He needed to win that one. Atlas is the last man standing, and again, Avently starting to really find their footing here in game number 4 as they try and really extend that lead they've got at the top of the board. It's now closing in on the 50-point scenario. They're looking at the spawns for P2 as well. Atlas is in through the back line. Johan's working his way through P3. He's picked up a kill. Atlas spots out the victim, and P2 should be the way of Faceless upon the opening, but look at how many people. All from the front we go. Every man on rush the P2 area. Recurs is good for 2. Atlas then gets his 4th in a row as well, and the first wave of kills has been dealt with. Johan up in P1. Oh my god, how has Blaze come out on top? I'll never know. The SMG really showing its strengths there. Recurs now on 4 in a row. It feels like everybody's having a bit of a kill streak. Atlas 4 in a row. Johan's had 4 in a row. Recurs has had 4 in a row. Everybody trying to tee off the Faceless as they try and take this to game 5. In once again up on P2, and this big 15 seconds here will tie up the scoreline as we rotate once again towards the boat of P3. Johan spotted out by Aquana in a corner. Well, that trade comes on immediately, and well, Shawnee with a big move here. Never mind, Atlas gets the job done for him. Aquana on the pinch attempt, and everybody fighting from front and back should No way Shawnee gets another. No way he gets another one. He's hit through the wall. Everybody trying to back him up from the side in blue. Xenix gets good for 2. Very, very scrappy here on the P3 hardpoint. Carnage has arrived. Everybody going toe for toe, but eventually, AventlyGG have managed to worm their way into the hardpoint, again with around that 30-second mark left on the hill. Very, very good remaining hill time. Johan slides on in, he'll get 2, get the final 10 on his side, and we're off to P4, where already you can see the rotation from Faceless looking good here. Recurs might have to get a lot of kills here. Everybody's arriving for the team in red. Aquana will be accredited with a team kill, but Ghost has managed to sneak on through. He's having a bit of a tough time here, but look how quick the break comes in from AventlyGG. Shawnee ready at the trade. Atlas will get 1 with the missile, but it's 2 for 2 in the feed. Blaze is in the deep spawn, making sure to block for his side as he spawns out everybody from the Faceless crew. Recurs gets 1, he can't get the second. Johan in through the front will get 1 immediately traded, and the 1v1 for time. No way Shawnee wins that with the pistol. Incredible! 15 seconds to go, and still more pressure applied by AventlyGG and Blaze, who finally is dropped, and, well, we'll be going back to P1 for the 3rd time with just a 20-point differential. P2 could be massive here for our sides. P4 might be where we end the game. Still anybody's game, this one. A very, very tight-knit affair. Gets 1, gets 2, he's on 3 in a row. 28 and 21 is Johan. A very, very good series today. Remember, it is his first time appearing for the Faceless side. Big 20 seconds remaining here. P2 needing to be thought about. Everybody sort of coming on through the front. Blaze can't get anyone dropped. Shawnee will try and hold on. Great work from Aquana there, though. Again, the P2 spawns have been dominated by Faceless, but every single time AventlyGG break on through the front. They 4-man, all one after the other, together in tandem. It's incredible work. Free fire lands, but doesn't get the kill. Atlas is good for 2. Can't quite get the next, and the near spawns for AventlyGG will pay their dividends. I said that P2 could have a massive effect on the remainder of this game. Here comes the next wave of blue. Recurse is good for 2. Everybody else is dealt with. Shawnee will clean up, but can get the second. Will there be one more break attempt? Shawnee gets 1, gets himself another as well. 4 in a row for Shawnee to keep himself alive on the capture zone. He is then traded out with 5 seconds remaining. Over to P3 we go. Got a Hellstorm being used. Here it comes. Nobody dropped, though. It's a real misuse of the Hellstorm there, and this is a massive chance for Faceless to get themselves back in the lead. Johan and Atlas drop. Recursive with the next man to deal with. He's good for 2. Shawnee gets another one. Contests the hard point as well whilst he waits for backup to arrive. Gets a lot of damage into the next 2. Atlas, Johan, everybody dropped, and 15 seconds is going to be massive for the side in red, who are already deep into the P4 backline. Everybody in blue going to have to rush across the statue area. Big gunfight's about to ensue here. Johan is traded out. Shawnee stood on the capture zone, who's managed to get the health regen. Stun will come in. Atlas is in the back spawn with him. Atlas gets one, and he'll then go and get the second. And the break comes on through for Faceless. Just when they need it, they can just about win the game from here if they are perfect for the remainder of this hill. My God, I said this would be a nail-biter, and it is. Johan comes out with another one. He might be about to get himself towards that 40 kill margin. We've got 3 players on Faceless who are all nearing the 40 kills. They've just taken the lead now. Johan gets a bit more damage in. Recurs knows he's right underneath him. How's Recurs not responded to that? Thankfully, Shawnee's got all of P1 covered, and now everybody from the front for the side in red. Can they make us go back to P1? 5 seconds needed, 3 remaining. On to the point they go with the break, and now to P1. They've managed to do it. They've got those couple of seconds. Can they hold on for 15 here? This is to win the series as well. Big nades landing, 2 in the feed. More nades coming in, dropping. Faceless break on in, and they should be able to be taking us to game 5 here. Unbelievable in game number 4 on Colossus from both teams as they fight tooth and nail for the victory, but Faceless have dragged us to game 5. Unbelievable. What a game. What a game of Hardpoint. Everybody in the lobby going right at it with each other. I can't wait to see these scoreboards. Look at those scoreboards. Every single player on the Faceless side over 4k damage. Unbelievable. To keep themselves in the series from where we were in games 1 and 2 to see where Faceless are now, we've reached game 5. Some way, somehow, they have done it. Can they get the reverse sweep in the bag? Again, I want to give props to AventlyGG. They've been fantastic all series long. The 2 games that Faceless have won have been so close. Either side could have taken them. But somehow we find ourselves on looking towards game number 5. I was a little bit worried of a blowout series after games 1 and 2, but I did warn everybody at the end of that search and destroy on raid that if anybody can do the unthinkable, it's this Faceless side, and they're on the brink of it right now. That might be one of the only games I have to go back and watch. That was absolute carnage from beginning to end. Again, the rotations very well worked by Faceless in game number 4. They do a very, very good job of rotating and making sure that they are in the right places, but my word, Evently, when they break, do they send it? And I absolutely love it. How many times did we see AventlyGG in that game 4-man stacking, right headbutt every single player, and you see a Faceless man look around the corner to see a mob running towards him, bouncing off the walls. Unbelievable stuff from both sides, and, well, we're going the distance, ladies and gents. Who could have called it after game 2? Nobody. Furlong between these two sides starts now. The hoorays, the hurrahs from both sides have been evident, but it's Faceless with the momentum, and that's a terrible nade here in round number 1. Thankfully, it's going to be not very damaging to anybody. Smoke comes out, and Johan will be picked up there in the first round. First blood going the way of AventlyGG. We did see a very, very dominant performance from AventlyGG in game number 2. A 6-1 victory, remember. So they'll have that to work with. The wind in their sails, if you will. Shawnee, sniffed out, does take one to the grave with him. Job done. Atlas and Recurs to finish out the round for the Faceless side, and it'll be Ghost and Senix. I do apologise. Ghost and Senix for the AventlyGG squadron, and this could be a bit of a moment here for Ghost. He's trying to get away with his life, but he's picked off. Recurs is 2 for the round now. The last man standing will be Senix. Can he go big for his side? No. Recurs gets the job done. 3 for the round, and that's exactly how you want to start game number 5. It's exactly how we started game number 2. Can they get another round in the bag? First round heroics from Recurs as he goes 3 to the Gordon. Look at those shots to get the last man as well. Accurate as ever. 1-0 to Faceless. And every single round Faceless get on the board here really, really drives momentum further and further into their favour. If they can get to like 3-0, yeah, they'll really start feeling themselves. Bit of an even split across the defensive posture line of AventlyGG. A lot of information being given by the throwables from Ghost. The nade should be good, but doesn't quite land. Sniper rifle is... Did I see a sniper rifle? Or am I lying to myself? I feel like I'm lying. I do apologise. Thought we had a sniper rifle in play there. I swear I saw a bit of a scope lining up, and Blazer managed to pick off Johan. Again, Johan... First blood being dropped there, and it'll have to be a bit of a move over towards the A-bomb site now by the trio of Faceless, who want to try and get that second round in the bag. Indeed, they did succumb to first blood in the first round, but this route over towards the A-bomb site has already been thought about. Nobody over towards B, says Ghost. Everybody is at A. Can Faceless get the bomb down without losing another man is the biggest question. You can definitely defend 3 versus 4 from here, and Shawnee starts us off by picking up a massive kill for his side to turn it into a 3v3. Bomb's going to have to go down. Everybody's going to go carnage crazy here. Ghost is in next. Shawnee doesn't spot the man out the door. Atlas manages just about to get the bomb down. He's still alive somehow. Recurs has kept himself alive as well. We're down to a 2v2. Oh, with the pistol as well goes Ghost. That's unbelievable. Recurs now trying to play his life. The pincher's on, and we will see 1-1. A fantastic response in round number 2 from AventlyGG, who in both rounds have had first blood in their favour as well. Unfortunately, they couldn't really make ends meet in round 1, but they've definitely done it in round number 2. Johan dying first in both rounds as well, by the way. See if he can step up and make a bit of a difference in one of these next few rounds for his side. A long way to go, and it's anybody's game. Aquana and Johan will be the 2 men on the duck for their sides. Who will be the first to get a kill? Let's find out. Aquana goes straight up into the broken window and opts not to even bother trying to chow Recurs. 3 men stacked over towards the B-bomb site. It will be a case of who can get first blood. Johan takes a lot of damage once again. He does give a bit, and he manages to pick up first blood. A massive moment for Johan here in round number 3. He's been killed twice at the start of both of the opening rounds, but round number 3 he gets 2 big ones for his side. Headshot awry, And that's exactly where you want to be for Faceless. Eventually do get one in response as Senix picks up Atlas in the back line. And I tell you what, Aquana might be getting to get another freebie here. Down to a 2v2. Is it Eventley's time to come back when numbers are not in their favour? Johan has all of the backspawn completely locked down. He's now going to sort of give that up and go ahead towards the B-bomb site. Shawnee's lying here in wait. He's done a lot of damage to Aquana. He can give the information to Johan. Johan slides onto the bomb, but he gets absolutely dealt with. 2-1. AventlyGG. Doing to Faceless what Faceless did to them in round number 1. Well, there you have it. A lead change early on. The opening round responded to with 2 rounds from Evently, and it's starting to feel like that game number 2 where we've had the exact same thing happen. Will the wrap around the back line be spotted out? Aquana still wins the gunfight. That's insane. He goes 3 in a row after having no kills in the opening 2 rounds. And again, first blood awarded to AventlyGG, who really are looking good on Search and Destroy. Johan will be trying to play from the front, but he's got everybody in blue staring down their barrels at him. Somehow he's got away alive, and we can perhaps transition over toward the A-bomb site once again, but it feels like Evently have got this locked in and locked down right now. In the midfield will be Aquana. I tell you what, he's just had some really, really unfortunate time in there. Bomb over toward B, and Atlas spots out a man lurking in the back line. Johan will pick up a kill. He's immediately traded. Bomb going to go down at B, but it's a 3v2 scenario. And just like that, the trade's coming on thick and fast. Shawnee's location is known as well, and that'll be 3-1. It's looking very ominous of game number 2 now, this. The opening round going the way of Faceless. 3 in response from Evently once again in Search and Destroy. Senix, who got 3 in the previous round, and his side will charge on towards that B-bomb site once again. Big fight in the back line here for Atlas and Aquana to try and fathom out between themselves. Aquana now spotted out Atlas with a little bit of damage in, but the information will be in for the side in blue. Can they watch their backlines? Ghost with an absolute banger of a kill. Johan will get the trade. We're down to a 3v2 scenario. Shawnee will get the next, and Blaze is the last man standing for his side, and Johan has now spotted him running away. Watch this, pre-fire. He loses the gunfight. Can't believe it. Blaze comes out on top. But the bomb's defused anyway. The numbers make the most of it, and I honestly thought Johan was literally going to swing around that corner and pre-fire the broken window. I felt like it was coming, but Blaze absolutely flattened him. He had the harder angle as well, did Blaze, by the way. The looking upwards is always slightly harder than looking down. Very, very good work out of Blaze there, but he couldn't get the job done. That was too much of a tall order to deal with the 3 men of Faceless, and they've managed to get a round back on the board before the scoreline starts to get ugly once again. Can they get another one and tie it up? That would really make a difference in this game. And there you go. Atlas across the midfield of P1 picks up the opening kill. He gets damage into the second man as well. And we might be able to flurry this bomb toward the B area. Aquana stunned in the window. And a lot of damage comes in. He's dead as well. And now a man picked off in the back line. Last man standing will be Ghost. And unless he can do something unimaginable. Wait a minute. Oh, look at the stun. The stun from Atlas was pinpoint. Like Luke Littler throwing at the bullseye. Because picks up the stairs and closes out the round. We're all tied up. The deja vu of game number 2 has all but been eradicated by Faceless. Game number 5, we're at 3-all. Anybody's game from here. Round 11, game 5, question mark for a potential reverse sweep. Oh my god, it's written in the stars, let's do it! Over to A we go, and this time it will be again first blood in favour of AventlyGG. They get the bomb down quickly as well. They're fantastic at doing this. They did it a couple of times in game number 2 where they get that first blood and they just immediately get that bomb down and then defend it with their lives. Numbers in favour of the team in blue once again. The gun wasn't spotted by Shawnee in the corner. Johan will be the next one in. He does manage to get the trade, but a lot of damage done. Recurs will get one on the outflank. Oh my god. Never mind what I was saying about Recurs. Johan, unfortunately, doesn't sniff out the man playing through the same doorway. I tell you what, that was almost a huge moment from Johan. He picked up the first 2 kills. First one a little bit iffy, the second one as snappy as you like. And well, had he hard-ironed that door, I don't know. Does think the man's challenging out of servers, unfortunately chooses wrong on this occasion, but 4-3 as we move on into the latter stages of this game 5. Blaze will be on 3 in a row as well. I'll tell you what, team shooting coming in from Faceless early on here in this round number 8. More team shooting as well. Recurs and Atlas pairing up, and Recurs will be accredited with the kill. But 2 opening kills. Johan's decided to jump off the map. He's having a word with the wall. I don't really know what happened, but numbers still do favour. But this is a much better chance. Ghost will be on the wrap, and it'll be a bit of a wait for him to get there. But he manages to pick off Shawnee. We're down to a 2v2. And Blaze gets another one. This is massive. This is absolutely massive. Johan falling off the map, and that's the round as well. You can't make it up. 5-3 will be the scoreline, and it's... I mean, numbers were still in favour of Faceless, but the 3v2 scenario, much more winnable than the 4 versus 2. Johan falls off the map, and... man. You can't make it up. I think he just slipped into the gap between the rooftops. Maybe him and his teammate both jumped off at the same time and collided in midair. I don't really know what happened, but all I know that happened is he fell to his death, and the round fell to AventlyGG. And now they have match point for the series, and they're steamrolling across the midfield for a trade. Atlas spots out one. Very, very good discipline on the trigger finger. Managed to sneak in and catch him planting the bomb. The next 2 men will fly on in, but he's done his job. Very, very good work by Atlas. Like I said, he was very, very disciplined on the trigger finger. The bomb will, however, still go down at the A bomb site, and the 2v2 has to be won by Johan and Shawnee right now. Big moment. Johan spots that one. Shawnee's picked up. Johan's got 2 to deal with. Can he do it? No, he can't. Game won by AventlyGG. 6-3 in game number 5. It got very close, and then they won another 3 rounds in a bat on the bounce. And I feel like the game for Faceless fell off when Johan fell off the map. He was fantastic in his first appearance for the Faceless team today, but a couple of things going the other way, and they could definitely have seen a victory. But Avently in games 1, 2, and 5 looked fantastic. They went on to win those 3 games as well, and they've got themselves a win for this series. And I'm going to give Aquana my man of the match. He was consistent all game long. He was incredible in games 2, 3, 4. Well, he was incredible all series long. That's the whole point. But Aquana really was fantastic today. All 4 of the members for AventlyGG did very well. Yeah, Faceless nearly turned it around. It looked like a horror show for the first couple of maps. Then they got themselves back into the series. They fought on into game 5. They even managed to tie up the series at 3-3 in game 5, and I was thinking, who knows where they go on from here. They had a momentary 4v2 situation where unfortunately a player fell off the map, and then from there Avently closed it out. Insane stuff on the Guava channel in tonight's matchup. That'll be all from me tonight, guys. I'll catch you all very soon.